Yo, what's good, everybody, man? We got RAP and Dave in the building. I'm eating, boy. I ain't gonna lie. This meatloaf, good than a mother. You hear me? Like, it's not Rinaldi's, even though y'all should go to Rinaldi's Pizza and Pasta, but this shit almost just as good. I ain't gonna cap to you. But, yeah, man, we're gonna talk about this Colts matchup on Saturday. We definitely gonna talk about this Colts matchup on Saturday. We gonna get into that right after the. All right, we gonna beat the Colts. All right, show over. No, let me stop. What's up, everybody,
Did
man?
you
We got
change your
Skull
mind?
Mafia in the building, man. No, I ain't changed my mind. Skull Mafia in the building. What's happening, man? Bandito in the building. Dave, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We appreciate y'all tapping in. We got 7 people in the building. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all know that's the first thing y'all got to do when y'all tap in. Hit the like button. Y'all tap me in if you got space. Shit, we always got space. SK, are you willing to argue though? That's the question. Are you ready to argue? If you ain't ready to argue, dog, like this might not be the show for you, man. Because I'm finna get right to the nitty gritty. Nah, I'm just tripping. Yeah, we got you though for sure. Hold on. Actually, you know what, SK? All you got to do is just sign in. Just sign in to the thing and just join.
Yeah, SK, I need 2 rational people on the show.
Yo,
Somebody, Andrews. So that kid in our show earlier, 61-0 he called for.
Yeah, I seen that.
61-0.
I joined that show late.
You
I was
did?
like, damn. Yeah, I joined like at the last minute, man. I got home. I was busy as hell. I had to wash so many dishes, boy. I was like, God damn. All right, SK tapping in like 10 minutes, so we wait on him. McAndrews, what's happening, McAndrews? So that kid, what's up? We got Jim in the building, man. Appreciate you, Jim, tapping in with us, man. We appreciate everybody tapping in. How do we feel about playing the Colts, man? Let's just get right to it, man. Are we okay? Because I'm gonna let you know right now. We play anything like we played on against the Lions, we losing this game. Hey, y'all, I gotta keep it a buck.
I had some moments of clarity on the road where I'm like, awful taste in my mouth losing that game. But then I'm thinking of like 2 plays that maybe changes. Well, there's plenty of plays that could have changed the whole thing because there's plenty of brain fart play calls or coaching decisions. I mean, I could go through it, like, hey, that first down fumble. I mean, you don't expect the guy to fumble. That didn't cost us the game. The fumble did, right? The onside kick was a bad call because we have two timeouts in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You just don't really trust your defense. Well, I'm thinking trust your defense, play aggressive this time. Just do something, poke a stick at it. But the 2 plays that I would say that would, really would have made a difference in change the game for us is we don't fumble and we don't give up the 48-yard fake punt. We lost a possession and we gave up 7 points. So, those 2 things don't happen. We're not onside kicking it out of the game to give up a field goal. So that would have made the biggest difference to the game. We would have been overcoming the bad decision, the bad decision making, not play calling necessarily, but decision making, like the shotgun inside handoff with a rookie center and not a rookie center, but a inexperienced center and an inexperienced left tackle. I mean, get under center, make the threat of a play action, at least, or a quarterback sneak. Do something that gives us the threat. You're not running with Cousins, okay? So you're not going to have a read option or anything like that. So they handed it off, and obviously these guys just teed off on us and stuffed the run. But if even that would be a 3rd play that would have made a huge difference in this game. So it was just moments in the game that cost us that we will clean up at home, and that's the way I feel about why we're gonna be ready for the Colts, even though they had a bye week.
And Kirk Cousins definitely got to play better, man. We got to start with that bullshit. No, I'm just fucking with you. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Kirk played a good ass game. But yeah, we definitely, man, I don't care. The defense better show the fuck up. I don't care what else happens out there. The defense better show up, bro. Like, listen, Matt Ryan, I'm telling you right now, we sit right there and play with Matt Ryan if we want to. Matt Ryan still knows how to read. Anybody can read that soft ass Donna Shell shit. I'm telling you right now, I could throw for 300 yards. I almost can bet my life on it, bro. I played quarterback back in my day a little bit, and I think I can read that coverage. I mean, that shit is easy. That shit is easy. I'll at least throw for a 250. Easy. Easy tomorrow. You know what I mean? Without any game planning. Just like I'll just go out there easy 250. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're giving these quarterbacks these, mediocre, or I would say Detroit's quarterback is, I would say, an average or better, maybe, because he's had elite years. I mean, he had a Pro Bowl year with the Rams, man. 47, I think he had 4,700 yards. So I mean, he has had success. I've
Who you talking
never
about?
been Goff.
Oh, you talking about
Detroit.
God? I thought you were talking about Matt
So
Ryan.
I'm just saying, the what we've been doing to quarterbacks, 3-yard cushions, like a halo around the quarterback. They have all day to throw it, and that's why we're giving up 350-yard passing days to average at best quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So it's that's got to change, man. We got to get the one single thing that would change this team is get after the quarterback and disguise pressures all game long, not just when it has to happen or we're screwed, but all game long. And I don't think it's happened. I don't think it happened this last game.
Right.
Get all day to throw.
What's up, Rio, man? Rio in the building. Can't trust that defense at all. It's insane. That's a fact. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, after last game, bro, like, my confidence, y'all know me, man. Y'all know RAP, man. I advocate for the purple, man. I be on it, bro. But after that last game, man, my confidence is down a little bit. I'm gonna just keep it 100, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it 100, man. So it is what it is, dog. Like, I don't care, man. This defense is giving me no confidence at all. And watching this shit going into the playoffs is gonna be sad because we're gonna fuck around and play somebody in the playoffs, man. We're gonna go out sad, man. I don't want that to happen. But like I said in my video last night with Ed Donatel, there's time to fix it though. That's the good part about this whole thing. Is there's enough weeks to fix it before we go into the playoffs. So that's the positive note. So hopefully KOC puts a hand in there and makes some adjustments too and lets them know, like, hey, I don't care. We need to make some changes. I think that's what's happening. I trust this coaching staff. So we'll see what happens. David said we're winning this game. I feel you, though. Keep it positive, baby. Keep it positive. Let's go. Jim said that rap Hunter sack your ass if you QB. Yeah, you ain't lying, boy. That's a big bitch.
I ain't gonna lie. 6'2". He is 6'2", and he came from Michigan.
But do you think? Yeah, exactly. Sound familiar? Tom Brady. I mean, I'm just saying. But hey, to be real though, Jim, I don't know, man. Would Hunter sack me? Are you sure about that? I don't know. I don't know if he will, man. I got enough time back there, bro. I got plenty time back there. Like, literally, these quarterbacks are having, you know how they say the average is only supposed to be like 2.5 to 3 seconds? Well, the teams we're playing are having literally like 8. I'm like 8 seconds. You know what I mean? It's just like all day.
We're not getting to them, and it's they have us figured out from the whole game. The games that we mixed it up were the Washington game, the Patriots game in the fourth quarter. All those fourth quarters we came back and won is because we got aggressive on defense and held them. We held them. And even the Eagles game, you could say you didn't give up any points the second half because we got aggressive again. It's like every game that we've won, it's we eventually clamped it down and got aggressive. And yeah, it's just not happening.
Hold on, let me see what. Yeah, that's it. He said, hopefully KOC and company get it together and realize that our playoffs start Saturday. This is the time where contenders hit their stride. If we lose Saturday, I'm officially done with this team this year. Damn. Yeah,
Well,
I'm with Sodak.
The clock's running out. I mean, you're 4 games left. How much teams that get hot at the end of the season, right? Carried into the playoffs. Start it now. You got your loss. There's always that thing, oh God, we just won 7 games. We're about to, lose one eventually, right? I don't want that to be in the playoffs. Right now, 4 games, not too bad, right? 4-game winning streak going to the playoffs is not a 7-game winning streak going to the playoffs. So yeah, 4 games going to the playoffs. That's a nice little hot streak.
So are you saying it's a must win? Are you saying it's a must win?
It's not a must win.
Hey, you hear a minute? It's a get that shit out, man.
What did we talk about on
AFC champions last year were 10-7. AFC champions were 10-7 last year. So we slipped to the 3rd seed. We played the same teams. The same 4 teams that are fighting for the 6 and 7 spot. It's that second game probably against 49ers.
They 10-7, but why? We not the Bengals, bro. It don't matter. Like
we'll beat the 49ers with Brock Purdy. I'm gonna say that right now.
What? Nah, I don't know, bro.
Hey, look, people need to pump the goddamn brakes on this Brock Purdy shit.
Oh, wow.
We're 1 game in, bro. We're 1 game in on this Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. No, listen, Brock
2
Purdy
games at least.
Brock Purdy he ain't playing no part in 49ers success. It's not Brock Purdy.
No, look, and I'll be honest, I like Brock Purdy. You've been a fan of Brock Purdy, Rap. So you've been the one that's been like, yo, y'all check out Brock Purdy.
He's no Zach Wilson though.
So
I like Brock Purdy. I like Brock Purdy.
But let's be real, dude. Brock Purdy is not going to lead the 49ers anywhere besides a playoff berth and maybe a first-round exit, depending on who they play in the first round. Let's be real. I'm so tired of the 49ers being jerked off every other national media sports show I turn on. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. You're on your 3rd quarterback. We understand Kyle Shanahan's this great offensive mastermind, and you have a great fucking defense. I'm not taking that away. You got the number 1 defense in the league right now. So I'm not taking that away from you, and that always gives you a chance. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to these playoff performances, and look, you can have a great defense, but at the end of the day, you need a quarterback that's going to make plays. And I don't think Brock Purdy's that guy, especially once you go after 4 or 5 weeks, you finally got some film on the guy, things change. So I don't believe in this Brock Purdy bullshit. I don't. It's all fucking.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy, pal.
Hey, class. What did we learn today already in the first 10 minutes of class? What did we learn, class? We learned that SK fucking hates Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I don't know, SK. I look at it like this. I think that I don't care who their quarterback is. I just think that they're not really too big on complex passing. All of their passes are very simple passes that rookies would make, even though he's not a rookie. He played last year too, I think. Yeah, he's on his 2nd year.
No, he's a rookie, right? Isn't he? I thought he was a rookie.
Is he a rookie? I thought he was on his 2nd
I'll
year.
look it up. You guys talk.
Yeah, look it up real quick. But like the 49ers offense is fairly simple, you know what I mean? And their defense is just so good, bro, that it's going to make any quarterback be successful. In my opinion, right now, they're hitting their stride like they really are.
I just look at history, and if you want to look back at history, the only in the past 20, 30 some odd years, the only quarterback that's really been a legitimate, he's a rookie. Yeah. That's been a backup that's actually took a team to the Super Bowl and won it. Is Nick Foles. And Nick Foles was a 6-7 year veteran at that time.
And he is the last player picked.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's Mr. Irrelevant.
I'll give him. He's a good quarterback. I'll give him, especially for being a rookie coming in and playing decent. I'm not gonna say he lit it up, because if you want to look at the game against the Buccaneers, it wasn't Brock Purdy just lighting this Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Nah, like he got a defense, bro. And McCaffrey turned up that game. He was running all over the ass.
Yeah, and I mean that's what you're gonna have to deal with. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm guaranteeing a win against the 49ers if we play them in the playoffs. We still got to get past the first round. Let's start with that.
Right.
But if I look at the game, I'm not scared by Purdy
I'm
at
gonna tell
all.
you why. I'm gonna
At
tell
all.
you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm scared of San Fran, because they have everything that would fucking expose us, right? And that's gonna be, for one, they have a good running game and they have a good defense. Those two things, like their pass rushing shit, those two things right there do not go well with the purple for some
You're right.
odd reason. You feel me? That's why I'm scared of them. But if we play them, we play them, and you know what? We got to go out there and just drop our nuts, dog. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Because there's a high chance that we might run into the 49ers. And hopefully they got to come to the bank, though.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
That if we can get that at home, then I think that obviously increases our chances of beating that team tenfold.
Yeah.
But I'm at the point towards I don't give a damn who we play in the playoffs. Give me the number one seed. I know we can't play number one seed first week of playoffs, but give me your best shot first week. That's it. If we're gonna lose in the playoffs, then let's get it out the damn way. I don't want to beat around. Oh, I want to play the Giants. I want to play the
Buccaneers. But SK on one tonight, boy. All right, let's get it.
I get it. You want to ski. You want to play the easiest team leading up to you probably eventually playing the Philadelphia Eagles if you make it that far. Right. But again, I'm at the point where I don't give a damn at this point. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. If we're gonna lose, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah. But at the same time, I still have belief that we can beat any team in the NFC. It's just going to take a lot from us. It's going to take us playing a perfect game to beat the Eagles. And it's probably going to take us playing a perfect game to probably beat the Cowboys if we have to play the Cowboys again. So I don't give a damn who we play. Let's just get to these fucking playoffs and play some playoffs.
Like the confidence to beat the Eagles would be, first of all, Dalvin Cook needs to run like he wants to fucking run the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because what do you
guys think about Dalvin? Is it just us not going into a game with any, just not creative running plays, creative blocking schemes? Or are we just not giving him room? I think a couple of games here he's been indecisive, but there's been times though it's like he was like the same old dude, man. And he's 4.5 yards per carry in the year. He's done that. That's not his worst year. Yeah. So
I mean, he's doing okay. Like, I just think he also is making business decisions out there. Though. No, I think on some runs,
I don't think he's that type of guy, though, man.
Some runs he can hit. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Some runs he's hitting the hole, hard, and then but majority of the runs, it just seems like he's always getting shoestring tripped or something, like things that he would have broke through a couple of years ago. But he is getting older, and I say that to say this. Am I mad at Dalvin Cook? Absolutely not. I think he's playing at a good enough level to win. It's just the past couple of weeks. Yeah, he's been running the brick walls. And part of last week could have been because Bradbury wasn't in and Darrisaw, because Bradbury's a savage in the run game, bro. As much as we hated Bradbury, like when it came to pass blocking, run blocking, he's on a whole different level, dog. Like he's always been good at that ever since a rookie, in my opinion. So, plays a part. Definitely plays a part.
I think it has a lot to do with, and not saying this is the right thing to do, but I think Dalvin and his coaching staff kind of have the mentality of, okay, let's kind of save you for the playoffs. We're 10-2, or now we're 10-3. Chances are we're gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna win our division. We want 100% Dalvin Cook. Now, I can't necessarily sit here and say Dalvin hasn't been giving his 100% or he's not running hard enough, but at least the last, I'm going to say 45 games, we haven't seen the Dalvin Cook that we're used to. It's, again, going back today, I don't know if it's the scheme. I know half of that has to do with this offensive line, especially in this last game against the Lions, giving him absolutely nowhere to run. Like, he's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. Ed Ingram probably had his worst game of his young career. And then Schlottman just had an absolutely porous game at the center position. So, there's a lot of factors that go into that. I think it's him kind of conserving himself for the playoffs. I think it's him trying to fit into this scheme still. We're used to an outside zone. That's what Dalvin was used to. Now we're coming in. We're more of a run between the tackles type of team, which that's Dalvin Cook's going to get banged up. So we're going to see a little bit more of Alexander Mattison for the rest of the season. But I do expect Dalvin to eventually have that breakout game again, just like he always does. He'll have a couple slow games and he'll bust out for a 100-yard game. So I'm waiting for Dalvin to have that game. But again, I think it's us conserving him, the scheme. And I think it's also, look, the running back position is what it is. You start to decline at a younger age. And if we're being honest with ourselves, Dalvin Cook looks like he's starting to decline. So, yeah, man, I hopefully for our sake, he's just conserving himself for the playoffs.
Go ahead, Dave. How you feel about him?
Well, I mean, no, I agree. He's older, and there was a couple of games where I thought he was a little tentative. But to say that we're, let's say conserve him for the playoffs, I mean, the Jets, New England, he had 22 and 20 carries. So I don't see necessarily that. This last game, he had 15, but then we had to throw the ball like crazy the second half. But Buffalo, he had 119 yards on 14 carries, 8.5 yards per carry. 6.5 the next game against Dallas. We only on 11 carries. We didn't run the ball.
Yeah,
we
couldn't.
Yeah, and 4.3 against the Jets. The two games were, and was New England and Detroit. Now New England had a lot of tackle for losses in that game, which really kind of hurt the average and our run totals. But yeah, in many cases earlier in the year, I was like, God, we need to change something up with the run scheme because he had like Washington. That was the game. I was like, holy shit, we had nothing. We had nothing. We couldn't do nothing. And he was 17 for 47, 2.8. Then we followed it up against Buffalo with 14 for 119. And I saw more creativity. I saw a little misdirection. I saw a little more fullback in there. So I think he's not dead yet. I don't think he's dead yet. I said we got a new starter in 2024. I don't think we have one in 2023, unless we really are going to break the team up. But yeah, and as far as him, thinking about business decisions, he had every reason to sit out that game after his shoulder injury and the butt fumble. He didn't. He played. So I don't know. Maybe it's in the end of the season he's changed his mind and making business decisions. But there's a track record of him coming and playing off an injury and actually playing well after it. So I don't know.
I think business wise though, if you're Kwesi after this season, you seriously got to look at. You got to go to Dalvin and say, look, we got to restructure your deal because I'm not sure what his cap hit next year is. I know it's like 10 million plus. Yeah, I think it's like 14 million.
I'll look it up.
There's no way you can pay Dalvin Cook $14 million next year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. You can't do that. So Kwesi's going to have to come to Dalvin and say, look, we either got to restructure to where this is more of a, not necessarily a team-friendly deal, but to where we kind of relieve some of that cap hit. Yeah. Or we're going to have to go in a different direction. I mean, 14 million. So
it goes 14, 15, 14.
Hell no.
Yeah, and we all know after the season, we're going to be looking for cap room. We're going to be searching for cap room anywhere we can get it.
Yeah, because we got to give Kirk that big deal after next season. We got to sign him to that 84 million, 8 years.
This is all about Justin Jefferson getting
10 million a year,
making sure he gets paid.
I know, right?
For Dalvin, you can't pay Dalvin over 10 million a year.
We got to extend. We got to extend Kurt after 2023, though. SK man. Hey, for real, Kirk don't give a fuck what y'all talking about paying Justin Jefferson. I ain't got nothing to do with his bank.
Well, then Kirk got to go. Well, then Kirk got to go at that point.
He like shit. Justin money ain't going in my bank account. What that matter to me? What y'all telling me? His agent's so good. His agent's gonna say, "Why are you telling me about Justin Jefferson? That has nothing to do with my superstar quarterback over here."
All right, kick rocks then. If that's
this could be a situation, I think this could be a situation like they did Danielle Hunter, where you can, or which player was it where we said, okay, play this 1 year, and was it Danielle, and then and then eventually extended him because 2025 he has zero dead cap hit. It's 14 million, but it's zero dead cap if we cut him. Next year it's 6. That year after that's 3. we could be easily out of this. With the cap's gonna rise, right? So 3 million might not be anything to us at that point, but this could be a Danielle Hunter situation where it says, hey, you take this money, it's fully guaranteed, it's more than the 6 million, it's 10 million. Play this year, you're now 28 going into free agency. You could sign somewhere else or come back to us, whatever. That could be that kind of situation. Take the guaranteed money, play 1 year for us.
We said, how about them Cowboys? Garbage. Y'all garbage.
That's old news, man.
Yeah,
man.
man.
About
40-3 though. Y'all did that.
Y'all just struggle with the Texans.
Y'all did struggle with the Texans. And we all know, man, the Cowboys, y'all are gonna lose in the first round of the playoffs, unfortunately. I mean,
it might not be first round, but we know how the Cowboys. We know how this ends.
It's gonna be first round, bro. It's gonna be first round, like it is.
We know how this ends for the Cowboys. We know the end of this story. It's the same as every other year for y'all Cowboys, but
it'll be first round.
So
y'all be crying. Y'all be crying in the damn comments and crying on TV, national TV and shit. We already know what's coming, bro. So enjoy these last couple weeks.
We ain't worried about y'all. We took a second bye week that week. That's all that was.
Yeah, we did. We was ready. We wasn't off our vacation, man. Not if we played the Vikings. Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, y'all play the Vikings. We gonna stomp y'all in the bank now. Don't play with us, even though y'all did stomp us.
Come to the bank. I don't think they're undefeated against us.
Yeah,
they're undefeated against us in the bank.
We probably rather play them in Jerry's World than at the bank.
Jerry World, yeah. What's
maybe
just in a building, man?
We beat them there, didn't we? We beat them in Jerry's World.
Yeah, we beat them there. They don't have no type of home field advantage. Dallas doesn't have no type of home field advantage.
Not nearly as loud as the bank.
They said Dak's like 6-1 against Kirk Cousins, right? No, what's his record against Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, half of those games were him in Washington. I think he's 1-2 against him as a Vikings quarterback.
I just did that again. I was just doing that for Dave to look it up.
I wouldn't know how to look that up.
Cowboys fans being Cowboys fans, man. But we're not talking about y'all.
We talking about Matty Ice though. Like, what we gonna do about that? You know what I mean? Like that's what
Matty Ice about to go back to his MVP form for this week.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
because our defense.
The 3-yard halo we put around the quarterbacks.
I'm on that saying that's how
he might be wearing. It's like almost like he's wearing a red jersey. The quarterback for the other team is like wearing a red jersey here.
Something's got to change with that, man.
I think hypnosis. I think they should bring a hypnosis in.
Well, I brought this up on what was it, Saturday? I think it was Saturday or Sunday. It might have been Sunday. Like, we're already giving up 400 plus yards a game, anyways. Why not have fun with it? Why not blitz? Why not do some exotic shit? Like you're playing.
What do you got to lose?
What do you have to lose? Like, at least that's putting more pressure on the quarterback, and it's probably gonna give you more opportunities for turnovers, which that's what you want your defense to kind of be at this point. We know we're gonna give up yards, but we want to be opportunistic. Why not send blitzes? Why not get crazy? Have fun with it. You're already giving up 400 yards a game. Why not? So I don't see the point of us continuing to play this shell coverage. And I'm so fucking glad that national media is starting to realize this. And there's only a couple of people. I think it was Robert Griffin said it. I think Mina Kimes said it. They're finally starting to realize that, hey, this isn't Kirk Cousins. Kirk threw for over 450 yards against the Lions, but it was the defense that couldn't stop the Detroit Lions. So
it's just Kirk's luck, man.
That's just one thing that came, that was good coming out of that loss, is that, okay, finally the national media is starting to realize maybe it's not all Kirk's fault. Maybe it's this atrocious defense that we run out every single Sunday. So, and it doesn't matter who we play
for 3 years.
That's the crazy part. It's
I don't know. I know for 3 years. I see you trying to sneak that shit in there. Nah. Fuck that. No.
Oh, we had good defenses the last 2 years?
It don't matter. It don't matter. We're not about to sit here and blame everything on the D. Kirk Cousins has to take some blame. This is how me and Dave met, because I said, is Kirk Cousins going to take any blame? And he had the nerve.
So that's all he does.
He always takes the blame. Fuck out of here. You ain't never blamed Kirk Cousins for nothing, bro. And so that's why.
Sorry, we've had stellar defenses the last the last
It
2
don't
years.
matter, bro. The NFL ain't
We've had
perfect, man.
amazing defenses the
The
last 2
NFL
years.
not perfect, bro.
Man.
NFL
Amazing
not perfect.
defenses.
Joe
Only
Burrow
were
ain't have no
historically
perfect
bad. We were
defense.
only like 352 out of 352 teams
Did Joe
in giving
Burrow had a
points
perfect defense?
into the
Did Joe
halves.
Burrow have a perfect defense? Did
He
the
didn't have
Kansas
a
City
historically
Chiefs have a
bad
perfect
one.
defense?
2 years in a row. We've now
Yeah.
set 2
Fuck outta
fucking
here,
NFL
man.
records back-to-back years. Or at
Quit
least a
always looking
Vikings
for
record.
excuses, man, for that.
At least a
man.
Vikings record.
Quit looking for excuses. A
But
winner gonna
here-
win.
I'm past the whole putting the blame all on Kirk Cousins. If the game comes down to where Kirk Cousins fucks up and he costs us the game, I'm blaming
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. But
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Last week definitely wasn't.
But
nothing about
I've
Kirk.
gotten to a point to where before it was okay, we're paying Kirk Cousins money to where he's gonna have to make up for the deficiencies of our team, whether that be defense, whether that be offensive
Exactly.
line, whatever that may be. But now we're not paying Kirk Cousins the amount of money to where you got to depend on him to where okay, it's on you, Kirk. We're paying you $45 million, we're paying you $50 million a year to lead this team. We're not at that point now.
Yeah, but he owe us that because he robbed us the first 2 years.
Well, we're not at that
28
point.
million.
When
a
20,
year.
so we're serious. We're coming to Kirk Cousins now, saying, "Hey, Kirk, you're $28 million a year.
Well,
We
that
need
was
you to
that was back
perform."
then. He's talking
Well,
about he
now
robbed
it's-
us back then. Now it's
well,
like 33 or
Well,
something like that.
yeah. Back then, $28 million fully guaranteed a year was, crazy.
Right.
Now you're getting away with having a starting quarterback for $28 million.
Man got a raise for winning nothing.
So a lot has changed. But if you look at the quarterback market right now, I think Kirk Cousins get paid $33 million, somewhere around that range. If you compare it to other quote unquote top quarterbacks in the league, and not even top quarterbacks, look at Kyler Murray, look at Russell Wilson, look at I believe you can even look at Ryan Tannehill's contract. You look at quarterbacks like that haven't done anything since they got paid, but we don't hold those quarterbacks to the same standard as Kirk Cousins does. Why is that? That's my issue. To where there's multiple quarterbacks out there getting paid just as much, if not more, than Kirk Cousins, but we're not holding them to the standard that we hold Kirk Cousins to. We're questioning, oh, Kirk, you're getting paid money. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't we doing the same for Ryan Tannehill and Russell Wilson?
But let me ask you this, SK.
And Kyler Murray.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. Why? What? When we go like 2 or 3 drives, right? 3 and outs, or we just get 1 first down. I mean, is he able to take any of that, or is that just not his fault at all? That just came.
No,
should we talk about this game, this last game?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about this game too, because
TJ
this game was
Hawkinson
a
dropped
game
the
where
ball. JJ was brought the ball back behind the first down marker. 4th down, inside handoff on a fucking shotgun on 4th and 1.
Terrible.
Yeah, I could tell you all about the stupid things
Play
that
call.
happened that caused us to kill our drives this last game.
Yeah,
It did
but I'm
not
saying,
involve Kirk
but
Cousins.
I'm saying like even like this week, it definitely wasn't Kirk, but like this has happened. This has been happening all year though, where we go missing, the offense goes missing, but we never talk about it though. It's crazy. It's like we expect the defense to just hold up all fucking game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
Win.
We talk about it every week.
Because the thing about this, the moment we mention Kirk with Dave on the stream, he's automatically gonna just go in defense mode. That's a fact. Like everybody in the chat knows that. Everybody knows that he can't.
You're going off on Kirk after a 400-yard game, man. Where he was the only good. Him and one other player was the only 2 good things on this team.
No, I'm not going off him about last game though. I'm just saying like throughout the whole year though, we've all known. You said we talk about it, so let's talk about it. The offense goes missing too, dog. They need to hold their part of the bargain. Because at the end of the day, and whether it's receivers dropping balls or whatever, we can look and nitpick at everything. But Kirk is the captain of this team, and he's just gonna have to be under the spotlight, bro. It is what it is. Like there's instances this year where we could have put our foot on the neck. Like, yeah, we came out winning the game, but no, we got to put our foot on the team neck at some point, bro. Like for real, because all these 4th quarter comebacks, it's like. All these Kurt fans want to boost up. Well, Kurt leaves the league in 4th quarter bro. It shouldn't have to come to that every game though. That's I mean, it's a decent stat, but it's not like a stat to be jumping around about every week.
But you can't not credit Kirk Cousins.
It's only a decent stat that leads the league.
Going into this season, I mean,
the past 4 years.
The only knock that Kirk haters knock that they've had against him is that when it's crunch time, Kirk can't make it happen, or when it's prime time, Kirk can't make it happen. Well, it's been crunch time, and Kirk has made it happen time and time again this season. So we can't bring that up. Now, when you bring up the lulls that we have between the first quarter and the fourth quarter, that's a huge concern. And Kirk deserves some blame for that. But the first person I'm looking at is Kevin O'Connell in this play calling.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at how a game is schematically, the play calling is put together, the first 10 to 15 plays are always scripted. We know what 10 to 15 plays we're going to run going into the game. The teams practice them 10 to 15 times before, all week before we get to the game. They know what they're going to do. They're going to run those plays to perfection. Once you run those scripted plays, that's when your in-game adjustments come into play. That's when your in-game play calling comes into play. We haven't seen that yet. That would be my weakness for Kevin O'Connell this season. If there was a weakness,
what were the first 3 plays coming out of the half?
3 and out.
3 and out. I know it's 3 and out.
Run, a quick out before the chains. 3 conservative play calls in a row. And the third down was to Thielen, and he's made a great play. But the play was designed not past the chains. Yep. And it just drove me freaking nuts.
Yep.
You ain't gonna blame that on my boy. That's check down shorty, man. There was 3 other receivers out there running routes, man.
Were they open though?
The one past the sticks.
Were they open though?
I guess we'll never know. We gotta look at all 22.
You gotta look at the film. You gotta look at the film.
Because I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Kurt, we can agree that
there he
Kurt
is.
will miss a wide open motherfucker now. Don't lie.
Yeah, you check down, 2 steps.
See, look at him getting defensive.
See,
boy, you can't say nothing about Kurt with this dude, man. I swear to God, like
this was the one game you cannot label Kirk Cousins.
I ain't talking about this game.
Coming out of
everybody in the chat, I'm not talking about this game.
2-step drop or whatever, 1-step drop and a quick out is not a check down. This is a designed play. You played football, Rap. Don't be silly. You played football. You know that's not a check down. It is a design play. I mean, I literally have a text from Justin telling me that this game is all on the offense. A text from Justin in the fourth quarter.
Damn,
that I'm blaming the entire KOC and the offense.
Oh, shit,
he changed his mind. He changed his mind when he went on SK's show. But seriously, those are the kind of texts I get from Kirk Hater.
Damn.
I'm blaming the entire offense in this game. The one that had 400 yards. Yeah.
The great
That boy exposed you on this live, Justin.
Man, he brought up receipts, Justin. He brought up receipts.
And we're going to tag him. This guy right here, everybody in the chat, Purple and Gold for Days, exposing that boy. That boy blamed the whole game on the offense. Like,
he changed his mind. And that's another thing. We onside kick it. We onside kick at the end of the game with 2:44 left. Justin told me earlier, 2:44 left with 2 timeouts.
Yeah,
with 2 timeouts.
Nah, Dylan, though, for real though, like I ain't hating off Kurt for real, man. I he been all right, man.
He's just doing it for me, man.
Hey, can we discuss? I'm gonna get out of here probably in the next 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Discuss this. Chris Carter labeling Justin Jefferson the best Vikings wide receiver in history already. What do y'all think about that?
Nah, I ain't agreeing with that.
I can't say that yet, man.
I ain't agreeing with that. Hell
best
no.
3 years.
I didn't say it. Chris Carter
need to stay off that coke, boy. That boy got to stay off that coke. That shit got his head fucked up.
That's Michael Irvin. on the cover.
Oh, that's Michael Irvin? Oh, yeah, okay. I thought Chris Carter got caught.
Ahmad Rashad had 3 awesome years in a row, Ahmad Rashad had 3 awesome years in a row. Anthony Carter had 3 awesome, 4 awesome. I don't know how many years. He had from freaking good years. Randy Moss, man, 22. I don't think anybody's going to beat 22 touchdown catches, or what was it, 23? I don't know.
Well, that was with the Patriots, right?
Yeah, he did that with the Patriots, but yeah, you can't say yet. If he did it 5 years, yeah, I could say 5 years. If he was 5 years, had this production, or even close, yeah, then I could say.
I ain't gonna lie though. I mean, it's really close though. I would say it's definitely him and Moss though, for sure.
So yeah, you already got him over Chris Carter. Both of you guys already got him over
I think he's
Carter.
over Chris Carter.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
So he's number 2. You guys got him number 2.
Yeah, I got him number 2 right now.
A lot of touchdowns to Chris Carter, man. We don't got
Listen,
many.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna
Jefferson.
be hard for me to put somebody over Randy Moss, dog. I ain't even gonna cap to you.
If
All
he
cash
doesn't,
homie,
if he
like
doesn't,
all cash homie, like come on, bro. All cash homie, that shit ain't happening, dog. I'm sorry.
I don't know if he even sniffs Chris Carter's touchdowns. The way it's been going, man.
Yeah, he doesn't produce as many touchdowns. It's more yardage.
He got screwed with this last game. That was a touchdown
on an amazing play too.
That was amazing.
Play. And I'm not saying that would change the outcome of that game, but that would have saved us about 30 to 40 seconds.
And we may not onside kick it.
And we may not have onside kicked and possibly got the ball back, and we possibly could have had another one of those dramatic wins again.
Well, we would have tied if we get the 2-point conversion. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have tied, but that's where that Vegas shit kicked in. Us going for 2 to try to bring it to within 6 instead of just kicking the field goal and making it 7. I understand the analytics say go for 2, so if you score a touchdown, you win the game. But that puts you in a position to where, okay, you score, you don't get the 2-point conversion, and you go down and score again. That means you absolutely have to go for 2 just to tie it up. So, and the spread was 2 points, wasn't it?
2.5, right? Oh, I saw 2.5.
Yeah, Lions were. It was fluctuating throughout the week, but Lions were favored by about 2 points. So as soon as that happened, I said, "This is some Vegas shit." I don't know if Vegas made the call. I was like, "Hey,
yeah, because if we win, we win by 2, right?
Exactly,
and we don't cover."
Exactly.
And all those people that bet on the Lion, they would have lost. Yeah, and they would have, and the Vegas would have won. Yeah.
But if we would have brought it within 2.5, then you would have won if you would have bet on the Vikings. So I think that was a little Vegas shit right there, but it didn't happen. So
it's rigged.
Again, going back before I get out of here, the same thing we go through every single week. Every single week of us, we're gonna have to find a way to win. It finally bit us in the ass. So hopefully this is a learning lesson. It's late in the season. You're 10-3. You got the division all but wrapped up. This should be a learning lesson for you going into the playoffs and for the remaining 4 games.
According to Dave, we can lose out. It ain't gonna matter because we're going to playoffs regardless.
Make the playoffs, yeah. We probably could lose out.
We can lose out. We'll be all right.
We're so just an up in the air team.
Confidence doesn't matter, SK. I mean, like winning games don't matter.
You're putting so much shit in my mouth. I don't know where I can possibly wash out the shit you're pulling out of my mouth that I didn't say.
Well, this is what we mentioned.
I'm making assumptions
on Sunday.
I'm making assumptions.
Is that there's 2 ways to look at it being a must-win game. There's a way Dave's looking at it, of statistic wise, and us just getting.
No, Dave said it's not a must-win. He said it's not.
I'm
if
saying,
you want the 2 seed, every game right now would be must-win.
A must-win.
But last game, there was nothing would have changed no matter what happened in that game. Mm-hmm. So today, you could say to get the 2, we do not have the tiebreaker against San Francisco, right? If we go 3-1, they go 4-0. From what Justin told me, I don't know.
I think
you keep saying that, but this same game that we lost on Sunday, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, could have been.
Yeah, we can look back if we only beat Philly, or if we only beat Cowboys. If we only beat Philly and we only beat the Cowboys, or if we beat the Lions last year, we would have had the confidence to go win these 4 games. Yeah, players don't think like that.
Well, like I was
players think every game a must win. Fuck is you talking about?
Exactly. They think every game's a must win.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to look at this. Dave, I understand what you're saying. This game's not necessarily a must win because we're pretty much already in the playoffs. Yes, we want to clinch and get that out the way.
I just literally said it was a must win if we want to maintain the 2nd seed.
This isn't a win or go home. I get where you're coming from, Dave. Where I see it, and I think where Rap sees it is you're coming off a loss to a divisional rival. You're trying to hold on to that 2 seed, obviously, and it's a mental thing for that locker room. If you go out there and you drop back-to-back games, then that confidence that this team has that they've been riding with throughout the season, that starts to kind of fall back a little bit, starts to teeter back a little bit, saying, okay, well, we lost.
You don't understand that. You don't understand
that. All right, what's going on? And more pressure is built on we need to make a change at defensive coordinator because you know it's coming. You know, if we drop another game and the defense looks the way they look, Ed Donatel is on the hot seat if he is.
What does it matter, SK? We got next year. We always got next year.
So there's
only one ever says that is Rap.
I understand where you're coming from, Dave, to where you're like, hey, let's just get into the damn playoffs. Let's just worry about it then. And I
didn't even say that either. Didn't even say that. Every game's important.
Every game's important, but you're saying not every game's a must win unless it's
because Dave, you got to realize Dave is literal.
According to Rap, game 1 of the season is a must win. Game 1 of the season is a must win. Game 2 of the season's a must win. Game 3 is a must win. Game 4 is a must win. Game 5 is a must win. But I am saying a game that did not matter if you won or lost in the playoff standings or the home field advantage. Nothing was determined against the last team we played. It was not a must win. I didn't say anything about this week. I said this week's closer to a must win than last week. The Lions is not a must win. The season's not over. The season's not over.
Dave definitely played that shell coverage. That's a fact.
The season's not over. The season's not over. Kirk Cousins doesn't suck. And we're still got a playoff team. And we're either the second or the third seed.
Yep.
Nobody believes you. Hey, look, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. I said this a must-win chat because we had something on the line. Okay, we could have just gone ahead and wrapped it up. That's why I said it was a must-win. Now, yes, we can wrap it up Saturday too, and if we lose Saturday, yeah, we can wrap it up.
Dude, you didn't even know. You thought the Lions were going to have to lose too. Yesterday, you thought the Lions were going to. You didn't even know
they would have to lose. Yeah, I did think they would have.
Yeah, you didn't even know that.
If they went out, we would have a tied. We would have a tied record, right? If they were to win out and we lose out. Because I mean, you're saying that this ain't a must win, so it's possible too mathematically that
game 1 was a must win. The Eagles was a must win. If we only would have won those games, yeah.
Answer this: if we lose the rest of the games and the Lions win the rest of the games, what's the schedule? What's the records at the end of the year?
So the Lions are 6-7 right now. Yeah, so it would be the same record.
We would have the same record, right? Because mathematically, we could lose all these rest of these games, right? I mean, literally, right?
The 4 games are must wins. We have to win all 4 games, or Detroit. Yeah, we got to win 1 game, and we win the division.
But what would you say if we didn't win 1 game? What if we lost all of them? Then what would you say?
I would say we're looking pretty poor going into the playoffs, man.
So that's why.
But I don't know football. You told me I don't know. You told me I don't know.
So why he
don't know? I never
played. That's
why
I said what I said, because I said that we're playing our division rival.
Dude, every game's important.
Win this game.
Trying to get one up on me. Trying to get one up on me every second. Get the chat to get on your side and all that. While you're eating, good production value.
Foolish. You too smart for your own damn good. That's your problem.
Look, so
smart for your own damn compliment.
I'll ask you this, Dave. If we go out and we lose to the Colts at home on Saturday, would you label the Giants game a must-win at that point?
For what? A must-win for what? To win the second seed? Yes. This game's a must-win to keep the second seed. The next game's a must-win to keep the second seed.
Oh, so you're saying this game is a must-win?
Are you okay with being the fifth seed?
The only human beings I've ever heard call a team that's probably going to lose out and win the playoffs a must-win are sitting in front of me and Justin. I just don't, but if you give it parameters, if it's the second seed, all these games are must win.
Hold on. So we're the crazy ones. So you got, and there's people in the chat that agree with us too. So all of us are crazy.
Echo chamber, man. They love you.
For your own damn good.
Guys, every game's a must win. The bar set for must wins is so low on this channel. I can't even freaking fathom what next year's going to be like. On week 1.
Yeah, man. Hey, chat. We can lose out. Week 1 today, we always got next year.
Week 1, 2023 is a must win. Week
Justin
1, 2023 is a must win. Let's go.
Get on his ass, Justin. I don't even want to talk no more. Get on him, Jay.
I'm gonna let Justin play counselor now. Y'all enjoy the rest of your show.
All right, okay. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Get on him. Get on him, Jay. Fuck that. Get on him.
First of all, When I sent you that text, Dave, the Vikings still only had 7 points. It was before
Let's
the Thielen
go.
touchdown. What I said was this game is on the offense and Kevin O'Connell. I did not say it was on Kirk Cousins. I did not say Kirk Cousins.
I said the offense.
Okay. At that point in time, the offense hadn't done anything but scored that one touchdown. Yes, they fumbled. Yes, they went for the 4th down and missed it. All I said at the time was that the offense hasn't held up its end of the bargain. Me saying that the defense is off the hook, are you saying that I'm saying the defense wasn't part of the problem? That's
My next text, Justin, was I agree. KOC has made bad decisions, but the defense has given up 400 yards. You're saying this was in the first half you sent this?
No, I'm saying it was in the middle of the 3rd quarter when we were down 21-7. And we hadn't done anything
and you said this is all on the offense when we had given up 400 yards.
About the game plan. I'm talking about the fact that
we had
the
400 yards.
Hold on.
We had given up 400 yards at that point. You said it was all on the offense.
I'm saying the offense was getting run blitzed on every 1st down, and they did not adjust. They kept running Dalvin Cook into a brick wall.
At that point, it was all on the offense.
At that point, the defense, other than the 2 long bombs, which they still have to be held accountable for, but they were put in bad positions after a failed 4th down conversion and a long
So still, up to that point, you're saying after giving up 400 yards offense to the Detroit Lions, it was like 380 something at that point. You're saying it was all on the offense.
I'm saying
you're doubling down right now.
I'm saying at that point in time in the game, when it is 21-7, and your offense has done nothing.
Dude, we fumbled at the 4-yard line on 1st down.
Okay, fine. Then the offense did not execute a handoff and a dumb play call inside the 5-yard line of your opponent.
Drop a J in the chat. So drop a D in the chat. Who y'all got, man? Who y'all riding with, man? Drop a J for Justin.
I said the same thing on my post game. On my post game,
Justin, you should take the advice you gave me, man. Don't let rap get you flustered.
This ain't got nothing to do with rap. This is
you called that man out. No, you took it upon yourself to call him out in the middle of our
I just said he should take his own advice, like he told me not to let rap get me flustered. And here's Justin jumping on a show to double down on that. It was all the offense's fault up until that point.
Up until that point, the offense had not lived up to their end of the bargain.
Dude,
neither had the defense.
We fumbled. We would have been 14-14.
Hey, let me say this. I expect
we'd been 14-14 at that point if we didn't fumble.
Yeah, and if and buts, candy and nuts, it wasn't. They went 3 and out on their first possession.
And the defense gave up 400 yards when you gave that text.
They had only given up 21 points. At that point in time, I'm saying I said my final score prediction would be 38-28. I expect that the Lions are going to have points on the board at that point in time.
You should take your own advice, man. I got you flustered.
I also expect us to have more than 7 points with 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm saying for the 3rd time, I'm not saying that the defense gets a pass, but if you're asking me what caused more of this loss, it is the terrible offensive game plan where we're going to continuously run Dalvin Cook when we've got Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson.
So what you're saying is right now it's still, even after this game, you just said it. It's the offense.
No, I'm saying it's Kevin O'Connell. I'm saying Kevin O'Connell is the director of this team. He is the offensive coordinator who calls plays, and he is the person in charge of Ed Donatel.
And it was the offense. Donatel is free of this.
Donatel is not free. Okay, one more time. Kevin O'Connell is allowed to tell Ed Donatel, the shell defense that you've been running does not work. Do something different. He's allowed to do that. He's also allowed to not go for it after you've punted them in the first quarter.
You wanted to be so right, so bad that you're sticking to the fact that it's all the offense.
Okay, rap.
The chat's definitely going more against you, Dave. They actually.
I don't care about your echo chamber. I don't look for. I'm
not arguing with you.
Clapping and
can I have as a matter
seal
of
clapping and $5 bills sent at me. I'm unfathomably do not understand how there's someone still saying that this was the offense's fault.
Dave, I've got 2 minutes and I got to go. I'm saying that the number one reason this game was lost was on the head coach. The number 2 reason this team lost was the defensive coordinator. And the number 3 reason that we lost was the play of the defense. I don't know how much more I can make that clear. What I'm saying is that the offensive game plan and the person in charge of all of the offense, nobody else is in charge of this offense but Kevin O'Connell. Nobody. I'm saying that O'Connell and what I mean when I say O'Connell and the
Did we need 500 yards offense to win this game? Did we need 500 yards offense to win this game? Was it the second 400-yard game in the season?
You a text. I'm talking at the time
that
text
I love
was
this
sent.
shit, man.
Dude, now you're still saying it, though. You're still saying it. It's the offense's fault.
Best show on the internet.
Okay, can you hear me when I say that there's a difference between saying the players on offense versus the coach? Do you understand that there's a difference?
Dude, which would you rather? Would you rather have replaced O'Connell in that game or Donatel in that game?
That is not the point.
Tap in.
Would you rather had a different head coach or a different play caller or a different defensive play caller?
Yes, I totally would rather have Mike Zimmer and Gary Kubiak. Yeah, no, that's not what we're arguing. We're arguing at the time I sent you that, which you then blast out on the show.
No, you're literally still saying that. Yeah, dude, you've called me out on your show. I've heard it, so no worries. I called you out on this. The only calling out on
our show that I've done of you is when you said that Thielen, Jefferson, and KJ were going to be 3D 2.0. That's the only call out I've ever done.
Hey, listen, it's okay to call.
I could take you back. I can take you back.
Here's what I'm saying.
I can pull up your shows. I can pull up your shows.
Dave, I gotta go. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is
you literally just kept saying that it's KOC. Okay, it's KOC's fault we lost.
Yes,
right.
His in-game strategy was terrible.
It's KOC's fault we lost. I got it. You can go now.
I'm saying that's the number one reason. Does that mean that the defense is off the hook? Of course not.
KOC is the number one reason we lost. Got it. Book it. Done.
Putting words in that man's mouth.
You just said it.
How many games this year have we scored on our first or second drive and then done nothing to the middle of the third quarter offensively?
A lot. I do have to agree with that. A lot. And
so
I actually stated
the pattern that our offense.
How many 400-yard offense or defensive or offensive games have we given up? A Vikings record.
Guess what?
Vikings record in our
gave up that many yards against
1961.
Dave, you gave up that many yards against the Patriots. 400 for the last quarter and a half. They didn't score a point.
5 times.
Yeah, and one of those times they didn't give up a point in the entire second half of the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter.
You're right. Our defense is fine. We shouldn't do anything.
I think what it is we need to accept
Donatel's a better coach than KOC.
No, that's what I think will fix it. We need to accept that our defense isn't good and our offense needs to take responsibility and just score.
And that's not even a fair ask of the offense to have to cover up for all of that defense. I'm just saying when you don't score,
dude, I listened to a show completely say, why keep running? Because we're running into a brick wall. Yes, and what did we do? We threw for over 400 yards.
And it was too late by the time they did it, which is a coaching decision. Hence why I said it was the coach, not the offensive player. It was a coaching
decision to throw that much to get back in the game, which we were a score down. And if we just didn't frickin' onside kick it.
I need a beer.
Okay. Yeah, I know, right? Watch my short where all I said was you just wasted Kirk Cousins' best performance of the season and maybe even his best performance as a Viking, and you wasted Justin Jefferson.
You wasted him, man. You wasted him.
Somebody had to waste it.
Look at those drives up until the middle of the third quarter. We didn't do anything. Anyway, my overarching point.
Dave, you don't consider it a waste, but it is a waste. If you don't get the W, it's a waste.
Yeah, I think our freaking defense wasted a great effort.
I know y'all Kirk stan. I know you're Kirk. Listen, Dave. I know you're a Kirk stan, and you regardless of what happened, as long as Kirk had his 400 yards, you're happy. But that's not how the NFL works, man. We didn't get.
We fumbled at the 4-yard line. I made my case. I said we fumbled the 4-yard and gave a 48-yard.
Yeah, but your case makes no sense. Your case makes no sense.
On first down.
Dave tweaking right now.
On first down.
I gotta go, boys. I gotta go.
All right, Jay, man. I appreciate you tapping in, dog.
Love you, boys.
Love you too, bro. You know it's all love. Let me see. Dave, this offense didn't start to score until the second half. With the weapons we have, we should have 7
we were about to tie it, and we fumbled 14-14. Just because we
The
didn't
thing is
get in
this,
doesn't mean
the
the
thing is
offense
this,
didn't
like
move
we
the ball.
know like our defense definitely is the main. I agree with Dave on this. Our defense, and we all probably agree with this, that
Yeah, you
our
guys are just being
defense is-
silly, trying to get me riled up about KOCs.
Yeah, but we
being a
all know that
completely-
our defense is a weakness. You know, our defense is the weakness for sure. But you know, our offense does
KOC.
like what
KOCs are a
what Dave
problem.
was saying too, though. You know, like our offense does go missing a lot, like in the middle of like, you know, pretty much the second quarter and third quarter, we go missing. And then on top of that, like there's a pattern that I realized this weekend that I sat back and said, why does this team do this? We don't play with a certain a sense of urgency on offense until the other team scores. Like it's like we have to go down by 7, and then we just mosey down the field and put up a touchdown. It's like, why the fuck can't we do that when we're already up by 7? You know, like we go up by 7, we get a stop, our defense stops the other opposing offense, and then why can't we just go back out there and
We scored in the third quarter, by the way.
It's weird, but
We scored in the third quarter, and we should have scored in the second, but we fumbled the ball. Just an FYI. I mean, Justin can say how we disappeared the whole rest of the game, but we box score 7-0 in the second, where we should have scored, but we fumbled. 6-10. Okay, we scored a touchdown in the third quarter. So just be realistic here. If anybody, I mean, he doubled down and saying KOC was the number one problem in that game.
David, past your bedtime. I love the fucking chat, man. I swear to God, it's funny as shit. It's David's past your
I love how you guys think
man.
it was. I guess y'all agree. KOC's fault, man. KOC's fault. This chat.
Y'all are the reason I do this shit, bro. Like I fucking love you guys. I mean that shit, dog. Like swear to God, bro. We cannot make this shit up, bro. We have the best Viking show on the internet.
Rap, you would agree with Justin then?
No. You ain't gonna put me in the middle of that. No.
He literally he said that he said it was in the when it was we scored 7 points, whatever. Yeah, because we just freaking fumbled at the 4-yard line, and he waited till the third quarter.
But still, not even just talking about this game though, Dave.
And then after the game, he's still saying it. He's still saying it's KOC's fault.
Can we like even can we even throw away this game? Can you at least admit that the offense does go missing for a lot?
Yeah, I said because we get conservative. Yeah. We get conservative, and
that's what De Niro.
And you said it was a check down. And just to be funny, you said it was a check down when you do a one-step drop and throw it to you do one-step drop and you throw it to an outside, Thielen running short of the first down. That's just a terrible decision.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been a couple of things. I mean, Thielen could have cut the route short too. So yeah, I don't blame him for that. I mean, he was only like a yard short.
Sure,
I said, go for it.
Maybe we got the wrong guy running the route. You've said that Thielen's lost his step. I mean,
he has.
Hughes was able to get him down and drag his arms, and it makes a play. I mean, we could all be.
Is that the one where he made him drop it? Is that the one he made him drop the ball?
Well, it ended up dropping it and rolling out of bounds, but he was down before he fumbled it. But he was short. The route was short of the first down, and Thielen couldn't get his arms to extend it. Now, we have seen that in the past where Thielen would reach out, but it's just silly talk to let Donatello off the hook as the number one reason we're giving up these points.
Yeah, no. You know the thing is this though, man. I'm gonna stick up for Day while he ain't here real quick, right? I'm gonna say that I don't agree with him saying that it's KOC's fault, because when you allow 400 plus yards, I mean, it's hard to blame.
At the time he said it, we've given up like almost 400. It was like 380.
But what I do agree with Dave on is,
third quarter.
But what I do agree with Day on is this. KOC being the head coach, he definitely made mistakes as well this game that were all kind of,
and I've pointed them out, every single one of them.
And the defense the offense is already kind of going missing. I know you say we scored every quarter except for the second, but still though, you know what I mean? With our type of offense, when you have Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, like 6 points in a quarter is not enough, man. You know what I mean? That's not enough when the game's close like that. You need to be able to know how to go out there and put up touchdowns. I mean, all the good teams are doing it. The Super Bowl contender teams, the Chiefs, the Eagles, and we have to compare ourselves with these teams because these are the teams that we're gonna run into in the next couple of weeks, like after this season's over. So 6 points going in and just being able to put up 6 points in a quarter is not going to work, man. We're going to have to figure out a way for our offense because we're more of an offensive team too. We knew this coming into the league. We knew that our defense wasn't going to be the reason we go anywhere. We knew we're going to go as far as this offense takes us, as far as Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen take us. And I mean, we're 10-3, so there's not too many complaints, but come on, 400 yards per game on defense, that's just not going to work, man. We got to make changes. So I agree with both of you guys.
So, like, yeah, we should.
Like, I don't agree. I don't agree with Dave saying that it's KOC's fault, but you know,
we should. Yeah, we should. You know, but you're glad to have, you know, join in with the laughter with your chat. But anyways,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But how many times
do I mean, over everything, bro?
Like the last game, like you know, there were the previous wins that we have. I'm on a show with somebody, and I can't you know, be specific or what show, and it's like, I can't believe how bad an offensive game we had, and I go, remind me what your score prediction was. Oh, it was actually 24 points and we scored 27. You know, that's the kind of crap that it's like, what do you predicted we'd score less than what we did, and you're talking about how bad our offense performed. I'm not talking about you, Rap, but these are the kind of conversations we're having to look at the end of this game, have the whole world calling for Donatell to be fired. And we still have someone that thinks it was KOC's fault in that game. It's a different game if he doesn't fumble and if we don't let them get the first down. 48 yards, by the way, on a fake punt. I think we win this game. Fumble, special teams blunder. And we had a second special teams blunder earlier on a punt. And another touchdown.
I ain't gonna lie, I agree with you. That fumble was the turning point for sure.
Fumble, turning point, punt return, touchdown. It wasn't a touchdown, but
the thing is this: if that fumble would have never happened, they wouldn't have did that fake punt or none of that because the game would have been different. It would have been a different game.
Things are not KOC's fault.
Yeah.
Fumble. You cannot predict your play call does not determine that it's going to be a fumble. Second one, punt return. Next play, I think was a touchdown. Right. Then they have a 38-yard punt return. Next, the other thing you can't say is, you know, the fake punt. That all three are not KOC's fault.
Right.
Okay. It just doesn't make any sense that you could blame the whole game on him. Not you, Rap.
I know. We know you're talking about, but if you want to be, I mean, Dave, you got to admit you're a pretty literal type guy, you know, which is nothing wrong with that. If you want to put it on, you can say, because he is the head coach of this team, and he could have went and told Donatell during like that second half and said, "Hey, look, bro, like, do some blitzes, man. We need to do something different." You know what I mean? Because he is the head coach. So at the end of the day, it's his hire. It has to fall back on KOC, technically. But I agree with you, though. I mean, like, obviously, it's Ed Donatell's fault, but technically, when things like this happen at the end of the season, they're gonna look at the head coach and be like, yo, this is Kevin O'Connell's team, though. This is your team, bro. You got to be the one to.
And they're probably going to give him an extension.
Which he did, though, because which is good, because in his press conference on Monday, you know, they asked him about the defense, and he said, hey, we need to start being more aggressive. And I'm sure
we can't see what's happening at halftime. We can't see what's happening during the week. We can't see what's happening at halftime. But we got to see finally what it was in a press conference, right? We need to be
well, we know last game against the Lions, though, we didn't see any changes, though. We're not blitzing. We're just, I mean, even though I did see a play where I seen Cameron Bynum blitzing, though, which
we're not seeing what the meeting room's like.
Oh yeah,
it's not sure. Whether or not Donatell is doing what his ass is a different story. Because
I think he would do what his ass, because I think they would fire him at that point.
I mean,
like if he was to just say like "fuck you," I'm doing what I want. Like I don't think he would do that.
I mean, we had that with Zimmer. We had a guy quit halfway through the season. A guy got fired halfway through the season.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't really know Ed Donatell's personality, but I feel like the way that
players love him. He's that's
guy. What I'm saying. Like, I just think the type of guys that Kevin O'Connell would bring in I don't get that vibe, but I could be wrong. Maybe Ed Donatell is the type of guy where it's like, fuck you, I've been doing this for long. I'm not listening to what you say.
If you listen to his press conferences, he's like, if you listen, you know, obviously you have, it's like nothing's wrong.
Yeah. He thinks everything's official. Yeah, he's tripping. He bumped his fucking head. We're on his top though, man. You know, as long as we keep pushing. You know, one thing about us fans, man, Vikings fans and things like that, you know, when things go bad, I think they really listen to us, which is good as a fan base, because I do think that the organization actually listens to their fans. Like, we have one of those organizations where they kind of tap in, believe it or not, they tap in on Twitter.
It's all good,
tap
Sam.
in on YouTube. You know what I mean? So that makes us feel like we're part of the organization, which is fun. You know what I mean? As a Vikings fan, that's why we root for the greatest team, man, for sure. You know what I mean? We always feel involved, because one thing for sure, once us Viking fans get mad and we start calling for a motherfucker's job, like it'll happen eventually. Like, you know, they see it. They see it. You know what I mean? But I think KOC's, he's that dude, man. I mean, we got to think, rookie head coach, we're 10-3. As fans, we're so pissed right now because our expectations are so high because of how the season started. It's like, oh, that's how we come in? Okay, fuck it. We about to go 15-1 or 15-2. But, you know, we're dropping a couple here and there, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a rookie head coach. Just imagine Kevin O'Connell 3 years in, when he can really like build and draft players to him and Quest. Man, our window's open, bro. That's all we need to know. Just to end the show on a positive note, you know what I mean? Because we had a couple arguments, which is fun though. That's why we have the best fucking Viking show on the internet. Tell me I'm lying, chat. Tell me I'm lying, bro. We the littest. I've been telling y'all that since we started SKOL'd Live. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. You know, Dave definitely won that last argument. I got to give it to my boy Dave, man. Dave is not taking that victory. He's taking that L, and we will let him hold that L too. I ain't gonna lie. He will hold that L.
I didn't think you'd come on and double down. I honestly didn't think you'd come on and literally double down.
Hey, but I won my argument against Dave. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about.
What was the argument? That it's a must win? That's a must win. Every game's a must win. You won that. You won that argument too.
Hey, for real.
Every game's a must win, guys.
I don't know what our argument was about, but I won that motherfucker.
It was a retread argument about last week. I'm like, what the hell?
And nah, but you want to know what? You want to know what's crazy before we go though, man? Speaking of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, bro, what Skip Bayless did to Shannon Sharp the other day about Tom Brady, bro, that shit there was fucked up on a whole nother level, dog. Like, and I really believe Shannon Sharp is probably not going to do that show much longer after that, because you could tell that he really took that shit personal. Like, Skip Bayless just is like, he's a piece of shit for doing what he did to Shannon Sharp.
I don't know what he do.
That shit. Oh, go watch it, bro. All you gotta do is type in Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless beef or something, and you'll see like he calls him, "You'll never be better than Tom Brady," and this, that, and the third. Like, just, I mean, sucking Tom Brady dick. Like, I mean, Skip Bayless is known for that, and he just, I mean, you ain't had to throw Shannon Sharp under the bus for your boy Tommy, man. It is what it is. Damn, dog. Like, this your brother that does the show with you every day, Monday through Friday. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so for the ones who didn't see it, man, go watch it. Just type in Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp argue. It just happened like a couple days ago. It was a Tom Brady segment, and Skip just like started running into Shannon Sharp, and you could tell Shannon Sharp took that shit to heart, man. And I think there's going to be changes on that show. Like, I think that show right there is definitely going to change the narrative of that show. And I think half of that part is the reason why Stephen A. Smith left him, because Skip gets in his feelings about his players and his Cowboys. He got Tom Brady and the Cowboys, but you say anything wrong, he'll disrespect you behind those two. So it is what it is, man. Skip Bayless is a coward to me, man. And hopefully he can see me one day on this internet. Me and him can argue. For real. That's why I keep arguing with Dave, guys. I'm getting practice for Skip Bayless. I want to argue. My ultimate goal is to argue with Skip Bayless.
I told him, that don't forget the little people when he's on ESPN, or what did I say, NFL Network, or?
Yeah, I'm dragging everybody with me, man. But hey, you got anything you want to talk about your giveaway and all that for real quick, Dave, before we get up out of here?
Well, I might talk about a couple of things. We might. He has said he's come on and he's looking forward to it. But Paul Krause, next Tuesday, leads the NFL in interceptions, 81. He's the great interceptor, he calls himself. You know, Paul Krause, he's famous for, I think it was we sat our starters in 2019. I'm at the game, and on a microphone to the entire stadium, he says, "I don't think we should be sitting our players." He's that kind of awesome. He's going to be on next Tuesday. Hopefully, we can figure out the technical aspects of that, getting him on. And hey, I was I'm giving away my bobblehead tomorrow. Make sure you go. Make sure you're subscribed, like, and comment on any of my videos in the, like, past week or two, and you'll be entered to win tomorrow at 8:00 Eastern, 7:00 Central. I'm giving away the bobblehead, a Spin Doctor bobblehead. So do that. And I just appreciate it. Thanks for being on here. We love each other off the screen. So there's no, arguments are gone once
that's
we
a fact.
once
It's all
we close
entertainment
out,
for you
man.
guys, man. Yeah, it's all
I still think,
entertainment.
I still low key hate rap, but no, I'm kidding.
Nah, he don't. He don't, guys.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And we don't do it all the time, man. We just got the best show in the world, and it is what it is. You feel me? But we appreciate y'all. Like Dave said, man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Minnesota Sports Talk, subscribe to Purple Pocket for the ones who don't already, man. And we appreciate everybody. Every Tuesday, we're here 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tapping in next week. You never know who we might have argue on this thing. We out of here. SKOL'd Vikes. I'll let your boys.